Tavernita is a kind of a Mediterranean concept. Guests could expect small dishes, kind of what's popular right now, and great cocktails.
Yes, definitely, absolutely great cocktails, and great wines on tap, great beers on tap, and a lot of fun. It's just a great, fun space.
Did you just say fun?
I did say fun. Am I not? I'm a fun guy.
You are. It's definitely a bustling energy for sure.
Yeah, very high energy.
Well, our work with the group really started in New York when we opened Mercadillo Cantina, which has closed since then. But that was, kind of our first venture. Then, we did Chicago, Mercadillo Chicago, which has been for us definitely a big success. With that success, parlayed into doing Miami and Mercadillo there, and then we kind of looked at Chicago market as a really exciting market. So we started kind of, toying with this idea of doing different concepts within Chicago. And then the first one we did was Tavernita after Mercadillo, having met Ryan Poley, a chef with some pedigree. So he was bringing a lot to the table. So our fear of doing a new concept wasn't as big as it could have been, since we had Ryan's.
And he has amazing hair.
Yeah, he has amazing hair.
Ryan, I'm sorry. He's an incredibly talented chef. Yes. Incredibly talented chef. But awesome hair.
Beautiful.
Amazing hair. I think it really started. We took a trip to Spain a couple of years ago, and fell in love with bars that were doing their own vermouth on tap. And so we brought back the idea and knew we wanted to do wine on tap. And then this light bulb popped on both of our heads and said, well, if wine, why not then cocktails? And decided that we were going to do a system of cocktails on tap. Well, the cocktail that we poured today is called the Irie Big Nose.
Irie
Big Nose. Admiral Big Nose is my pirate alter ego.
True story.
Yeah, I believe I was a pirate in a past life, and I strongly believe...
Or might be one in the future.
Yeah, or in the future, yeah. And I strongly believe that my name was... I was very high-ranking. I think I looked like probably Captain Morgan or Captain James Cook or something. And so my pirate name is Admiral Big Nose. And several years ago, we started, just for fun, submitting drinks, very islandy, tiki, piratey style drinks under the name Admiral Big Nose is this or that. And then it kind of morphed into Big Nose Goes to Here, or Big Nose is Polynesian Delight. And so we kind of created this whole series of things. And we decided we were going to put one on here that was a very Jamaican style, very outright islandy Caribbean style drink. This time around, it's the Irie Big Nose. That cocktail is 8-year-old rum, coconut, pineapple, falernum, which is a West Indian spice liqueur. A couple other little secrets in there, but very much, very fun and tropical, and just a really nice offering for this. When it's a great tiki drink for this place because it does work well with the food.
Yeah.
And it's good for the masses, And we garnish it with a burning cinnamon stick, which was the closest we could get to a spliff without offending anybody, or
We're having something manufactured.
Yeah. Just one would think, well, you're putting cocktails on tap, which means you're just making huge quantities of cocktails and throwing them into a keg and sending them through a draft line. While in effect, that's the essence of it. It's much more complicated than that. The translation from one cocktail to hundreds of cocktails. It takes some trial and error. It takes some math. It's a very interesting process. The cocktail that we made today was called the Devil's Claim, based on an old classic cocktail called the Gold Rush. With that cocktail is bourbon, honey, and lemon. In the Devil's Claim, we're using bourbon bourbon cinnamon, lemon, fresh raspberries, and a little bit of cayenne to pop it up, give it a little heat. Cayenne and raspberries work well together. Very simple cocktail, very, very simple sour model of cocktail, but with just those couple little tweaks, the cinnamon being the cinnamon and the cayenne, it really brightens it up, lifts it up, and the recipe for the Devil's Claim, if you're making it by hand, is an ounce of lemon juice, 3/4 of an ounce or so of cinnamon syrup, 2 ounces of bourbon, 4 raspberries, and as much cayenne as one is want to throw into their
so
cocktail.
Powdered cayenne, that just kind of.
We've learned that using cayenne extract is much more consistent here, because my pinch, his pinch, and one of the other bartenders' pinches could be very different. Yeah, it makes for a very different experience from drink to drink. So we use extract, which you can get any health food store, things like that.
Online too.
But just an average pinch of dried cayenne works. A lemon wedge works nicely because it does brighten up the acidity a little more. But when raspberries are really in season and nice, it's great to throw a couple of those on too. If you give people in Chicago something good and you do it consistently, they remain very loyal.
Yeah, very
and keep
loyal.
coming back, and that's why we love being here.
People are nice too.